Thunder array in a monster truck
for numerous peer-judged show and shine awards. When the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree comes to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, it draws over 40,000 spectators. And you can bet they'll all end up here in the front grandstand for the monster truck Thunder Drag. Overkill. They come to see 9 of the best monster trucks in the world do battle. But it's not just a race. These drivers are competing in the last of a 4-race weekend, with the total points from each race determining a winner. The list reads like a who's who of monster truck drivers, and the machines they drive are unmatched by any of their kind. Leading the competition coming into today's event is none other than Bloomsburg's own Kid Rarick and the Thunder Chicken. With John Payne and Bigfoot in second. The Jamboree features 4x4 fun for the entire family. And a new event this year is the Freestyle Monster Truck event. This gives the drivers a chance to show the fans a few tricks they've learned on the tournament circuit. The Summer Jamboree is one of 3 four-wheel events in the 1990 General Tire Special Events Performance Series. Other events include the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Spring Nationals in Rockford, Illinois, and the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Fall Nationals in Indianapolis, Indiana. Each of these events is presented by Ford Trucks and Motorcraft Quality Parts.
Youngest man in competition right now to Monster Truck, 17 years old. He's been driving it ever since he was 15. This young man does a wonderful job. Long way from home.
Well, we go to the starting line at the General Tire Special Events Series, and these guys are having a ball. We go with the first truck out. Youngster out of Hudson, Florida, 17 years old. Last name is Daget. Second generation driver. Let's see what he's going to do. Clint Daget comes up with good bounce. Truck comes around. He gets thrown around. A whole lot of a truck runs up. Left hand on the hydraulic rear steer. Comes around with supper. Real good. Now that we're in. Not coming back quick enough for him. Good clean jump. Now he heads it up to the ski slope. Kind of easy it over. So Daget goes through with the 26.83. Tim Tesmer comes out with a 1990 Chevrolet, goes by the name of Hercules. Now, we're getting word from our pit reporter that there's a tire problem with the right front tire. They say the rubber is starting to separate in the right front tire, so you might want to keep an eye on it. Tesmer out of the Chevrolet stable comes out. If he's got a problem with the front tire, he's not letting it bother him very much. Oh, look at that. Oh, comes up a little bit crooked. Now, the short wheelbase is getting him a disadvantage early in the race. This is where the short wheelbase will be an advantage. But he crank around a 180 turn. Now he heads to the second pile of cars. Tesmer has really given this Chevrolet a ride. The Hercules comes over. No, very wisely backs on the throttle. Thinks better of trying to go over, and that was a smart move. Tesmer will finish his shot. Okay, 39-29. Now, the time will not affect, I don't believe, the top 2 or 3 in this particular day's competition, but that's a run that the crowd will definitely remember. Some heads-up driving by this youngster. Hercules will come back another time, another day to go into the winner's circle. Today, time, not important, but they'll always remember that run. Out of Pensacola, New Jersey, the equalizer comes out. It's Bob Fisher. Runs a company, kind of an interesting name concept here. He runs a liquidation company. That's where the name of the truck comes from. Not able to tour the whole circuit with us that much, but when he does come out, he is very competitive. Let's see what Bob can do. There's one chance to run against the big boys here at Bloomsburg. Let's see what's going to happen. First set. Not a bad run on. Now he runs in, cranks the 180 hard. Got the forward runner real good. The rear steer cuts back on it for him. Final jump set of cars. Now you're heading for the ski slope. Let's see what's going to happen. Fisher throttles down on that Liquidator. 27.54 for the Liquidator. 27.54. Puts him in the number 2 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, you can call him a hometown boy. This guy's gone all over the United States. He's even run his monster truck in Japan. This is the closest he'll ever be to his own home crowd. I was talking to him a little bit before the show. He said he's really pretty nervous, but he wants to do good. He got a lot of neighbors sitting here. A lot of people are proud of this man. Let's see what he can do. Currently, the quick time is Thumper 2 out of Florida with a 26.83. The top 3 have been set. Let's see if Ray can get in there. Thunder Chicken out of the great state of Pennsylvania. Chevrolet S10 supercharged engine, twin carburetors. Ray comes off the jump real good. Now he runs. He's really good at getting around the corner. Look how quick he comes around that corner. That's going to really help the Thunder Chicken. This kid's got a good run going. Hometown boy looking awfully good. Now he's heading for the ski ramp. Kid Ray and the Thunder Chicken. We might just have us a new leader. We're waiting for the clocks to come in now. But Kid Ray looked good. Quick time of the afternoon so far, 23.60. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid Ray, Thunder Chicken. One of the most unique vehicles you're going to see anywhere in the sport, a wrecker. Yeah, I'm right, a wrecker. A 1946 Chevrolet powered by a late model Chevrolet with a big blown engine, none other than Gary Tomorrow and the Toasaurus Rex. He's coming out right now. Toasaurus Rex, ladies and gentlemen, the only monster wrecker in the country out of New Jersey. Gary Tomorrow doing his thing, coming around now. Had a little bit of problem getting around a 180 turn, come back to the second jump. The final session, and these guys are really getting after Tomorrow. Back from the throttle real quick, goes over the jump. The Toasaurus Rex has them on their feet in Pennsylvania. Siren blaring, lights blaring. It's got to be a wrecker out of New Jersey. Toasaurus Rex goes into the lead. They're bouncing that lead spot all around. It's down to a 22.58. We still got some heat to come in this ramp. Out of the Lone Star State of Texas, ladies and gentlemen, from McAllen, Texas, Marty Garza. The truck is known as Overkill. This awesome Ford monster truck works his way back to the East Coast to do battle with some of the regulars back here. And he literally came loaded for bear. One of the unique things about this truck, the engine is located to the rear of the driver. So when he goes over the jumps, he drives a lot different than the other trucks. I want you to notice the attitude of the truck when it lands. Everybody else is nose down. Well, he's running right about the same right there. Garza runs up. Got to crank real hard. What a motor sounding real crisp for him. Plenty of horsepower. Can the rear steer come back? Here it is. Garza almost goes over. Locks the brakes up, slides to a stop. Short of the ski slope. So Garza, again, not getting the run that he wanted, but ladies and gentlemen, listen to the crowd. They are really getting into it. They appreciate this long, tall Texan for coming up here and putting on such a great show. Coming out now is the Iron Eagle. Now, it's Dale Hassel. He's out of Ohio. Normally, Dale is really a strong charger in this type of competition. But you're only human, you're only motors in this sport, and we had a human error. He broke the engine. It was in the truck. stopped at the salvage yard on the way up. He already had a contract to be competing in this event. Bought an engine for $300, stuck the supercharger and everything on top of it, and just keeping his fingers crossed as this $300 engine to get him through the afternoon. And he's not doing a bad job of it at all. He was kind of joking around earlier. He said, hey, this might be the right combination. The rear steer's not coming back for him. Dale pulls it in. That's a sign of a real good driver. The right rear of the truck kicks over again. He heads for the ski slope. Iron Eagle laying down a real good run. A great run with a $300 engine. John Pyatt comes to the line. Now, we told you the story about this being one of the new young guns that Bob Candler's hired. Bob Candler's had a knack for hiring great drivers. This kid is coming up. He's a BMX bicycle racer, but he's been here before. They were having problems this afternoon, electrical problems. They changed the ignition back over. Oh, he's not having any problem now. Look at this. That truck is alive and well. Pyatt comes around, cranks on the other end of the track to 180s. Oh, Bigfoot laying down a shot. No, I got to drive out of it. Pyatt goes up the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that. A beautiful run. That kid, that's exactly what I was talking about. Bob Candler can pickle. What a driver. You got to think like a jet fighter pilot when you're driving these things. You got to think backwards, forward, sideways, and everything. That kid did exactly the right thing at the right time, and I'm telling you, he's made of the right stuff. And he knows he laid down a good run. Look at this. Let's give a big hand. What about him?
Can you believe that young man? There's John Pyatt. Can you say thank you to this man? Let's give him a big hand. Ladies and gentlemen, John Pyatt, can you give him a big hand? What about him? Is he magnificent? That's all I can say about him, magnificent. John, I'm going to tell you. I'll take back everything I ever said about you, son. You've done good. That's all I can tell you. You've done good. I'm going to tell you, I've seen you psyched up a lot of times, but I kept watching you down there. You was wanting that win bad. I kept watching you stand on that car. You got yourself psyched up.
Yeah, I definitely did. I definitely wanted to go out and put a good hard charge on, and I think that's what I did.
I think that you just about charged all you could charge. If we could keep you was like a bunking Bronco. If you could stay in the saddle, you might have done a little bit better. But, man, a lad that you put on the show here this afternoon, you won the class in that, and I'm going to tell you, this truck right here, y'all just gone over this truck.
Yeah, we just recently rebuilt that last December, and we've been always trying to change a little bit on a little bit different shock with the methanol-injected motor, and just always trying to upgrade it a little bit to keep up with the rest of everyone else.
I tell you, John, I believe this truck is pushing it's pushing a better than 1,000 horsepower right now.
Yeah, right at about 1,200 horsepower estimate.
Well, I tell you, just like a while ago when you went over the first group of cars, it got up so far on the nose. Did you hit the brake or just give it more gas?
No, I just gave it more gas. I never hit the brake until I was heading for the hill a little bit. I wanted to slow down because I knew I was going a little bit too fast.
You come back with a better run. You come back with a better show. And I tell you, when the power gives you the opportunity to do things like that, because if it hadn't been for the power, you'd been gone.
Yeah, that definitely helped me out a lot, is having the Ford power under me, and that's what saved the truck.
I ain't know what I can tell you. You just done a wonderful job. I'll tell you what. Everybody here enjoyed themselves. I heard a boy holler, said, I got my $10 worth right there. So I know everybody enjoyed it, and I'll tell you what, we're proud to have you here at Bloomsburg. I know we'll have a Bigfoot back next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Pyatt, and I will tell you right now, 175% from that bar. Let's give him a big hand right there. John Pyatt.
Well, thanks, Archie. That's a good interview. Congratulations to John. You know, John's kind of an interesting young man. He's from a long line of successful drivers that Bob Candler has found around the country to drive those awesome Bigfoot trucks. He's driving Bigfoot 4. We're going to be looking for a whole lot more from this young man. The new young gun from Bigfoot, name is John Pyatt. Checking from right down the road, Kid Roaring. We told you the story. He wants to do good in his own hometown. Nothing to be ashamed of. He's finished the second. And John Pyatt, the new driver coming into the Bob Chandler Bigfoot stable, takes the big win this afternoon. Well, Archie, you've interviewed the winner. We've given you the top three. There's only one more thing to do today. Let's all take our very first look at Bigfoot number 9. Here he comes right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming out right now, this truck is not in competition. He's strictly going out to make an exhibition run. Bigfoot, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we call it the truck of the future. It's working on them gas shocks. Jim Kramer's driving it.
Jim Kramer comes out in the new Bigfoot number 9, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching history. Notice how the chassis, oh, I have never seen anything like that. What a ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jim Kramer. He run a 20. He had a 20.12 lap just now. He's not in competition. He's just strictly running exhibition. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. Man alive, watch him go. The truck of the future. Uh-oh, he's done something. He's messed up something. Here she comes. She fired back. Here he comes. Watch him. Ladies and gentlemen, what about him? Jim Kramer! Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
Jim Kramer putting number 9 through his paces, and the rear suspension broke on the truck. The rear suspension completely broke on the truck. They took it to the limits. They know where the limits is right now. So Jim Kramer comes out, makes an exhibition run, and literally has the crowd on their feet with Bigfoot number 9. You got to remember, these guys have been outlawed and everything else. 9 is the big number. That's the truck that everybody was afraid of. We're in collapse on the truck on the final run, but until that point, I'll guarantee you there's not a monster truck in the world that can stay with old number 9.
People from Pennsylvania, let's give Jim Kramer a big welcome. What about here? He's tough. I'm talking about tough. Big boy. Jim, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nobody enjoys this better than you do.
I really love it. They give me a good truck to work with. I just like being out here with people.
I'll tell you right now. Well, what did you do? I noticed the truck kind of squatted down on you in the back.
Well, it did. That's why we're out here. We're testing this truck. It's new. It's a new concept. We figured out now we need a little bit stronger frame in the back. I busted a piece of frame off.
I'll guarantee you. But let me tell you something. You wasn't putting that truck to no just common test. You had it in all the means of just being top notch.
We, like I said, we come out here to test, and we test hard because when you race this day and age of monster trucks, you have to race hard. So that's why we're out here trying new things out. We'll go home with a whole bunch of ideas and make this truck better.
I'll guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. What about Jim Kramer? If we can get it fixed, you'll be back?
I'm not going to get it fixed this time. I'm sorry, but
okay.
I hope you enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jim Kramer doing a real fine job.
Brought you the